Jimmy, first impressions of day one on a very busy packed floor here for us.
Yeah, a lot of bodies. Again, the energy and the speed of the play and the compete of the guys was exactly what we wanted. And so, we're trying to get back to that winning culture, and the things we saw today are things that we want to see. And again, yeah, it was fast, sometimes too fast, but again, we'd rather pull the reins back than have to kick the horse. So,
what's the biggest things you're looking for in this first weekend of training camp with obviously a lot of work to do getting ready for game number one in about a month's time?
Yeah, I think for us, we've got a lot of guys coming in, and so today the primary focus was just getting the bodies up and down the floor, getting them used to contact. Again, it's been a while since some of them have played. Slowly, introducing a couple of our concepts defensively and offensively, and tomorrow we'll get a lot more into that. And so for us, again, we feel like we don't need to start at square one. We've got a number of players that we feel if they come to camp and they work hard and they show what they showed last year, we have a good base to start from. So for us, it's just kind of, again, kind of trying to take off from where we ended last year.
Levi Anderson, it's hard to miss him out there. He's a big athletic presence, but talking with Derek, said there's a lot of potential on both sides of the floor for him, whether it's the attacking or starting him on the defense here. Where do you envision his game going here over the course of the year?
Yeah, I think he's kind of like a Swiss Army knife where, if we play him out the back door, he's a big, strong, athletic body who can take up space and eliminate space. And then he's a threat when he gets down the floor offense, because a lot of times when a D guy brings the ball up the floor, there's a lot of space to attack. And so offensively, again, he's a bit of a matchup nightmare one-on-one because he can beat you with speed or he can beat you with his strength. So for us, I think, again, it's just coaching him. It's been a while since he's played some box lacrosse. Again, though, what I love about him tonight is how coachable he wanted to be. We said you're going to start in a white jersey. He said, I can be in a black, and that's the defensive position. So we started him out the O-door. We'll kind of just figure out where he's best needed. And again, he's one of those guys that allows you so much flexibility in a game where if you need a guy up the front door, you need a guy out the back, you can kind of move him around. And so, again, we just got to get him up to speed because, again, I think he's got a tremendous ceiling.
What's it like seeing Austin Shanks in green and black?
Shoots the ball extremely well, very high IQ guy, quiet, low maintenance it seems, but again, he's one of those guys that around the net, when he gets it, it's going in the majority of the time, and so that's something that you can never have enough of. And I was impressed with how well he plays, with the ball. You think of him a lot of times as a catch and shoot guy or a guy off the ball, but he was very good with the ball, made some crafty plays. He's a very good passer. So again, he's going to add an element to our offense that we need.
Getting back to that winning culture seems to be a main topic of discussion amongst the Rush this year. How do you get back to that winning culture, and what's the process look like?
Well, I think the process starts tonight in terms of how we do things and the pace we play at, how we conduct ourselves on the floor towards our teammates, how we conduct ourselves, off the floor. And again, to steal a line from Bob McMahon, who coaches in this league, is well done is better than well said. And so that's for us, words, they can only go so far. It's the actions. And so again, we saw guys diving in front of shots tonight and crease diving on the in the scrimmage. And so those are the things that, again, you got to pay a price, both on and off the floor. And we saw a lot of that tonight.
And the way last year ended, how close it was, how do you bring the experience and the learning curve of last year and put it into motion this year?
Yeah, I think we talked about that a little bit, to start things off. We talked about offensively how we need to be defensively responsible, and if you go back to the game against Toronto last year to end the season, we gave up 2 transition goals in the third quarter where we just didn't stick to our principles and we didn't do a good job getting off the floor. And so I know the guys that were here last year, that's still in their minds, it's still in my mind. And so, when we talk about those things and we ask them to do it here in practice and to make a conscious effort to do it, because again, it means so much. You can look no further than that game, and we ended up being a goal short. And so those 2 plays right there, you add them up, and that's kind of the difference. And so those are the things that, we're bringing from last year to this year to encourage the guys to say, hey, it does make a difference.
With last season, just the dynamic with you and Derek going on the bench together, the co-head coaching role, you saw a lot of success in that in the back half of the season. It's been like continuing that dynamic here in 2025.
Yeah, we've worked I've worked alongside Derek, first as a player, I was a captain for him, and then as a defensive coach, and then an offensive coach, now co-coach. I think we've just got a real good kind of yin and yang. He's kind of a quiet demeanor. I'm a high energy guy, and so again, I got the most respect for him in the world. He doesn't say a lot, but when he does, he's very good in terms of planning and preparation, even though you might not kind of see that sometimes. But again, he's a wealth of knowledge. I love that he lets me kind of do my thing, and he's there to guide us when we need to. And I think the biggest thing he brings to our team is that composure, that calmness. And so, myself and Jer, we're a little bit more higher energy guys. We got to kind of steal some of that from him from time to time, and that's what we're doing.
Overall, how does the bar get raised this season?
Well, I think obviously our start's imperative. I think our group knows that. You can't dig yourself a hole in any league, and so I think that's kind of the first thing. But again, it's just the details. I thought far too often last year, and again, you can attribute it to being a young team. I don't think we're a young team anymore. We've got enough guys who've been around. It's just the details, and again, it's that creating that culture. It's that I'm going to make the right decision because I understand what making the right decision does at the end of the day. And so that's what we do. That's how we raise the bar, is we just got to be better in the details. Again, I don't think effort or energy is ever a concern with our group. And so that's it. I mean, really at the end of the day, and it starts in practice, and we were pretty good today in it, and we'll be better tomorrow.
Jimmy, you brought in a couple of face-off guys, Bruce Barnes and Jake Naso. What did you see from them today? What did you want to see from them throughout training camp?
Yeah, I mean, both of them are very good at taking draws. I think the thing you're looking for when you're looking at a face-off guy is their decision-making. So I thought, Jake Naso, for not having a whole lot of box lacrosse experience, did an excellent job when we were playing and kind of running that little scrimmage and making great decisions with the ball. His defense has some room to grow. That's to be expected, and then I think you can kind of say the same for Reese Barnes. Both of them made good decisions in transition. So again, I think we kind of know what they can do at the face-off dot. It's more or less, how do they play defensively? How coachable are they? The decisions they make in transition. And again, we saw some definite potential between those two players. Perfect. Thank you.